Rev up your engines! Nissan Frontier pickup truck. Guy just bought this used. Did he make a mistake? Did he get a good deal? I'm going to explain all about Nissan Frontier so you can make a wise choice. Now, this is a 2022 Nissan Frontier. It's the new style. It is the mid-sized pickup truck. Originally, they were a compact truck. Now they're mid-sized trucks. He bought it used, and he saved about $10,000. It's only got 8,000 miles on it, and it makes sense for a lot of reasons. For what he paid for this loaded truck, he could have got an unloaded truck that was new for about the same price. But it's unloaded, right? In this case, it turns out that it was the son of some dealer had it, and then he traded it in on something else. He only had 8,000 miles on it. The guy even added the top there, which is a $1,000 part. A lot of times, if you want to get a luxury pickup truck, forget new. Go used. You can save a lot of money. Now, the Nissan Frontiers themselves, they can be a wise choice because of price. They can last a long time. Understand one thing about Nissan. Their cars, as far as I'm concerned, crappy front-wheel drive Jatco transmissions that fall apart. These are rear-wheel drive. In this case, it's four-wheel drive. Mainly, they got a rear-wheel drive transmission. So those Jatco transmissions are excellent. They really don't have any problems, right? They don't sell millions of these. For example, when they sold 50,000 of these a couple years ago, they sold 240,000 Toyota Tacomas. Tacomas are more popular. Everybody knows Toyota, reliability, yada yada, but I've seen Nissan Frontiers last 400,000 miles too. They're good pickup trucks. They don't do the marketing that American manufacturers do. But that said, this particular model, when it was sold brand new, they sold 10,000 more of these than Ford did the Ford Rangers. Ford Ranger sales have been dropping like a stone. A few years ago it was 100,000. Last year it was like 50,000. The sales of them is going down. So this 2022 Frontier is competing with the Tacomas. It's competing against what obviously is the best made midsize pickup truck in the world. Take advantage of it because it's a V6 engine. If this had been a Tacoma setup like this, he wouldn't have been able to get it for $39,000. Now with 8,000 miles on it, it would have been $49,000 or $59,000 or maybe even more. It's not like you're buying a Toyota or you're buying a Fiat or a Chrysler, or a GM product that's going to fall apart in front of your very eyes. These things have a tendency of holding up quite well. We're going to the hood. It's got hydraulics on it. You don't have to put one of those dumb sticks. This is what you care about. It's got a V6 Nissan engine. You can see it's all timing chain. It doesn't have those ridiculous rubber belts. These are solid built engines. 310 horsepower, naturally aspirated, not this turbocharged nonsense that Toyota's putting into the modern Tundras, which have had some problems. They do have leg, they don't. This doesn't have any leg. It doesn't have any turbos on it. Of course it doesn't have any leg. Now, it's attached to a 9-speed automatic transmission so that it gets the best gas mileage you can get out of one of these things. 24 miles a gallon. And interestingly enough, that's exactly the gas mileage my son gets in his 2022 Toyota TRD four-wheel drive V6 engine. So it's the same gas mileage because of the multi-speed transmission. Toyota does it with their dynamic force engine system, and Nissan does it with their direct fuel injection, non-turbo. My son's a non-turbo too, so you're getting the same gas mileage. Now we're gonna go check everything out with the computer, but we'll just kind of look around, and you can see it's pretty well set up. Start her up. Got a nice big infotainment system. Their intelligent mobility system is what they call it. Nice big gauges. Doesn't look like a rocket ship. Looks like a regular vehicle. Gray and black steering wheel with a red Nissan on it. Really comfy seats. Look at the leg room in the back. It is an extended cab. It's comfortable. See, we got a sunroof, which doesn't matter to me. I think they're stupid. So I got all the bells and whistles, setups and everything on it. Power everything. And if you want, the 9-speed tranny can be shipped manually up, down if you really want to. And you can see his current gas mileage is 24.2 miles a gallon. Not shabby for something with this much horsepower. Okay, now check it. I love it. Look. It has an actual emergency brake, not one of those electronic crappers. You can charge your phone here by laying it down. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, USB ports, C ports, all kinds of stuff. So let's do a little diagnosis. We'll do auto detect, and we got topology so we can scan all the CAN networks. Here it goes. You can see it fills them up pretty fast. Now you can see there's only 3 trouble codes. It's probably all minor crazy stuff. So let's start out here. The transmission says starter relay. Okay, we're going to erase this code because, as I said a million times, when vehicles sit on lots, the batteries get low, the voltage gets too low, it'll trip a lot of relay, low voltage codes. On a used vehicle that sits on a lot, you're going to get a lot of wanky codes if the battery gets any bit low from sitting too long, and they're meaningless. So check the other ones out. IVC system. It is a code for internal battery. What am I telling you? We're going to erase that code too. And there's one more. Starter relay A. So we'll erase that code. Now we'll start her up and we'll look at some live data. We'll go to the electronic control. Or the engine. Now I realize this thing's only got 8,409 miles on it. Everything should be fine. The battery's charging fine. Airflow stable. Gives you the minimum and maximum fuel pressure, which is fine. Battery current sensor, variable timing information. Even gives you the high fuel pump pressure because this is a GDI engine. It's got a low pressure pump in the tank and a high pressure one on the engine. So all that data comes on the machine. If there is a problem when this ages, guys like me can figure it out pretty fast. Shows you the direct injection pulse for bank 1 and bank 2. Now, just for your own interest sake, you can see we can do all these active tests. If they do age and have problems, a lot of testing can be done. Initial functions can be done. I mean, look at this. It's crazy. So as they do age, mechanics like me that are old dogs that learn new tricks can work on these things with a machine like this. It's all tell. It's kind of amazing. You don't have to worry about not being able to get people to fix the cars as long as guys like me still exist. Granted, we're kind of becoming extinct, but that's another story. I'll put it in reverse. Check out the backup camera, and it's got the great backup camera and the shot from above. So as you can see, as we turn, you can see everything. I love these camera systems. Now, there's no saying how long they're gonna last, but while they're working, they're great. You're high up in the air, and hey, over 300 horsepower with that normally aspirated V6 engine. It'll probably do pretty good when we get to our little drag strip down the road. It's relatively quiet inside, and a lot of these modern trucks, they've really upgraded their suspension system so that you can really corner a lot faster in these things than you used to. Yet they ride more like a car. They're not like the old trucks where everything was solid axle, leaf springs. They're much better made these days in terms of how they ride, and this is no exception. It's got the lane departure and all that modern stuff on it. So we'll take it out into the cornfields here where it belongs, although in this case it would be a Japanese cornfield. We will see what this 300 plus horsepower will do when we floor it, which is one of the reasons people buy these things. All right, on your mark, get set, go. Whoop, and away we go. You can hear it shifting. Smooth shifting. Now, I do have to say one thing. The owner said, oh, he thinks it might be skipping a gear or something. No, this is a 9-speed transmission. They're set up for a combination of power or gas mileage. So if you drive relatively in between, sometimes you'll think it's weird between first or second and second or third. That's the nature of 9-speed transmissions. I mean, a guy brought me a Nissan Rogue the other day, and it had the CVT transmission, which I don't like, but it had the fake shifting, and the fake shifting didn't feel all that good. Yeah, this is much better, but you got to get used to these 9-speed transmissions. Now, they haven't had any problems yet. Look, we're going 40, so you want to pass somebody. You can see it gets up and goes plenty fast enough. Those horses are going, and it's very smooth. You just have to get used to driving these 9-speed transmissions. And as I said, yeah, Jatco transmissions stink, the front wheel drive ones, but this is a rear wheel drive transmission, and Nissan's been making them for decades. Strong transmissions, rarely do they break down. They're different than the front wheel drive little Jatco crappers. They're rear wheel drive, they're long, they're big, and they tend to last quite some time. Nice truck. Not any particular problems with it. It's just that they don't sell like the Toyota Tacomas. They don't have the image the Toyota Tacomas have, but there's really nothing wrong with these pickup trucks. And in the real world, you can get loaded ones a lot cheaper than a Toyota. For example, one of you viewers sent me an email the other day and they said they went to the Toyota dealer and they said, oh, we're marking it up $5,500, right? Because they can, because everybody wants to buy them, right? With these Nissans, you can often get better deals. And he was smart because, sure, he got a used one, but it's only got 8,400 miles and it's loaded. So he got an 8,400 mile truck for the same price of a stripped down one that didn't have all these extras on it. And of course, as you can see, it's got the speed limit, reads the signs in the area and gets information, tells you how fast you're supposed to be going right there. It says 45 is the limit on this road. The guy loves it. He likes the way it rides. He saved $9 grand over buying a brand new one that was all loaded by buying a used one with 8,000 miles on it. A strong engine, transmission that can get 24 miles a gallon, all that 300 plus horsepower. Yeah, they don't sell that many of them. They really can't compete with Toyota and their image and everything. So take advantage of a lot lower price for a truck that, hey, it'll probably last 90% as long as a Toyota will. And if they last 400,000 or 500,000 miles in the Toyota, hey, 90% of that is nothing to sneeze about. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.